Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, you can put your mic on. We'll chant some japa now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
I'll be
Hare
right
Krishna
back.
Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhaktavinda. So the standard that the Lord sets is recipient. Who's a recipient of the Lord's mercy? See, if you are, then you'll be able to chant like river. See, like that. That's a being, and you can see the qualities of real devotees. See, this is the example. This is how this is taught by example. You see a person. Don't look at the stuff, stuff coming out. All of it. It's nothing. What is that? No, we look at her surrender to Guru. She's been here 5 years, sincerely trying to surrender. Has her whole big payload, from who knows how many lifetimes, surrendering to this process, believing in it with all her heart, trying her best, you know, and the Lord ain't waiting for to be externally perfect. He comes in and gives them mercy so that she can chant like liberated souls. People need to see this is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. They're waiting to be perfect first. And then if they think you can get the mercy, what is this? You got to see the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is here. This is its style. This is what we read about in the books. It says in the books, the Lord gave it, the gift of prema to even the lowest persons. Well, how does that show up? Like you see here, like you can't even understand the concept in the book. Yeah, the lowest, but how is it going to show up? The only place you got to see is the living examples here, for God's sake. And then you start looking like God looks. You just, hey, there's a Ganges River. You just any stool floating, and it's still a pure, right? It's a devotee. It's just stuff floating in it. You just push it away and take your bath. See? So this is and actually the bad qualities now that come out of them, they're just good or bad. It doesn't matter. I don't even like good qualities anymore. People come and try to be. I just spent some time with these good quality things. I'm not even attracted, man. Because the Lord ain't attracted. The more you get into the Lord's attraction, he looks at a person. Do they have devotion? He's attracted to that. He's not good or bad. It's just he's indifferent. It's just the modes of nature to him. You don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Well, this person has nice qualities. Oh, they're vegetarians and vegans and all of this stuff. But they don't like to do the process. They don't like to, look at all the bad qualities you see in rivers sometimes. Oh my God, they're plenty. Bitchy, blah, all kinds of crapola. See, but what does she have? She has transcendental qualities in there too. See, it's like the Ganges with some stool floating in there. Yeah? You just push it away. I just push it away and take my bath. Yeah, I'll worship her feet till forever because my Lord has chosen her and others. If you know what I'm saying, if you're like that, okay? And if you're not, keep looking like I'm telling you, and gradually you overcome because all she can do is push your buttons. and all your stuff comes up, your fears and all that stuff comes up, and then at least you know, okay, you knock to the mat, because the soul, if you're really there, and that's good, you're like Paul out there. If you got, if you really feel some weakness and some this, because you get triggered in the sangha by different devotees, okay, just like say like Paul, he prayed to Jesus, Jesus, how come I'm not perfect? How come I'm not always strong? I'm sometimes, but then I'm like this. Why, Lord? He says, well, because if you're all arounder, and perfect, well, then you'll glory in yourself. I do this. I perfect my strength in you through your weakness, until you're really clear on all of that, and you don't just swell up, because you get, this. So it's the Lord is working in everybody here. So thank you, River, for doing, your work. Until, and that's humbling. You person's a little bit, well, she's not. Okay, that's all right. Just, you want to know what true humility is knowing that, oh, I still got a weakness. An ecstatic devotee, their external qualities is triggering me. Okay, thank you very much for that. See, now that's impressive. And it's just natural. She's just being natural, right? She just, this is herself, just, you but but the more you get through all this stuff, that's all it is, baggage, you start to see, and you see the devotees are helping each other even in this way. Better to be triggered by people here in our Sangha than the outsiders, right? We'll keep it in the family. Right there, Shamaguri?
Yes.
Better be
Oh,
triggered
Guruji.
in the family
I just
after all.
came back home. And there you are.
Here we are. Yes, here we are
Yes.
again.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, that's a little some practical matter here, So yeah, yeah, you see. Well, it's all good, man. All right. So let's see here. It just gets better, I mean, I'm looking at this. I can totally relate to God. What He says. He only really cares about His devotees. See, and He wants to make us devotees, even though we've got all these crusts, we're just all fallen. Still, we get fallen old nature, that he wants to become a devotee. Here you go. Here's my supreme opulence. I give myself to you, simply because you come to Gorhari's place. I gave myself to him a long time ago, and you believe his crazy preaching. Even though the 99% of the Vaishnavas hate him, he's fear personified, afraid of that guy. Man. They won't even
I
let him.
wouldn't want to miss it, Gurudev. I wouldn't want to miss it. Not even one day. Not even one
Really?
day.
That attached?
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. I'm like that too.
And
We're on the same page, man. I come here every day, man. I come here for presents. I get presents every day. It's like I feel like I'm Santa Claus and my Lord is Santa Claus. We come here to get presents. He's the, hey man, my devotee has come here, and now I'm going to get a present, and I'm thinking I'm going to get a present. We think on the same. We just come for presents, man, because our lives become auspicious because we're together again. Even though Gohari's got full of crusts and fallen qualities, still the Lord has given Himself, and given us the power to distribute this to others. Isn't that hope for? I mean, could you imagine? The Lord wants to make you a millionaire, a rich person, without even having to do the austerities that Ryan Raj was teaching, and all the Vaidis teach. Oh, you got to be a millionaire with the wealth of prema bhakti, which they don't even understand its value. They don't even understand that's the goal. They think Varnashram Dharma is the goal or something, or some speculation. Who knows? Yeah, my Lord, I'm telling you just straight out, man. My Lord wants to make you a millionaire, man, without any effort.
I
You just
feel
want to say,
like one already,
yeah, see,
like a
yeah, well,
millionaire. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord.
see, you got what you wanted. You wanted Krishna. You weren't looking for name and fame, and and the Lord, just showed you the ingloriousness to be attached to, some mundane person, jerking you around. See how you get manipulated by that kind of attachment, and
Yeah,
here you get attached to the Lord, and you get free, more and more free. Yeah, it's just amazing. Oh, great path, perfect path. You ain't gonna. Sorry, man. They ain't another better path than this in the world. Prove me wrong, but nobody does, and because then nobody can, man. You can't touch this. You touch this,
no.
da 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 da
Yeah,
da. No, when a devotee gets together with the transcendental Lord, you can't touch that preaching. You can't touch that ecstasy. You can't touch those realizations. You can't touch that logic. You can't touch anything about that. All they can do is criticize and and because and
yeah.
hope that some people in illusion believe them. That's all.
I feel so sheltered and protected. This, yeah.
Are you ready for the Gohari shirt?
I, I saw Amy. Oh, that's so nice. Amy with the shirt. Wow.
I love the Gohari sweatshirt. That is so cool. You know,
I
you
know,
know,
I saw this.
there was a guy Osho. He was one of these Mayavadi yogis. He forced
Mm,
everybody. He forced every. They had to have a little picture of him to be connected. He forced them to put a picture of him on them, and that really, like that was their thing. You want to be, he forced you to do it. Here, she just puts it on her own, man. It's a go hard. Now that's a statement, isn't that? It was so beautiful. A statement of conviction, of faith, of you don't. What do you think Krishna thinks of doing, making a statement for the world like that? Wow, this person is not afraid. Just putting a glory sweatshirt, man. Unbelievable. I just love that, man. That's great. I downloaded that picture,
I
man.
saw. So,
Yeah. People think, oh, you want a
oh,
glory for you. No, I'm thinking, man, that's the way it is. When you can you imagine what Krishna thinks when you have real conviction and faith in such a rare path like this? Because to really demonstrate, to show the right front of the world that kind of conviction, because 99% of the people and don't agree. The Vaishnavas don't agree. 99.9% do not agree. You make statements like that, or even people, Govinda says, Acharya this, and he goes, Acharya, my shoes. That's your attitude, man.
they don't know you, but I do.
Ah, that's because you hear. It's all about hearing. See,
Yes,
if
I
you're
know.
hearing, yeah, it's all about. Prabhupada taught this. He said, it's by hearing, and if you don't hear, you can't know. That's why Prabhupada got so many disciples. They started to hear, and they got purified to that point. Because of faith in a real. Because they heard. If you don't hear, you don't get purified. You
Mm,
know what the way it works. It's a like an info war, a war of words. Maya is pumping out words. You see, the demons, they know mainstream media. They're pumping out words, man, all over social medias and all that stuff. Where blah blah blah. Anything you see, and it puts your consciousness on that lower levels. See, when you hear from devotees who are in communion with their Lord, you're hearing both. You get the devotee and the Lord together, and that's a powerful team, man. And Maya cannot; she buckles under that. And you here, the Maya in you buckles and comes to her knees, which is important, you know. Otherwise, Maya is always trying to be supreme over you, over others, and keeps them in illusion. See? So the more you hear, that's why I keep telling people do the 30-day challenge, you know, and hopefully they'll stick it out. And, you know, you never know what will happen from that. Already people are coming, they're seeing, I'm not here for name. Like for her to put that shirt on with my name on it. Well, whose name is it really? It's our name. It's Gohari. I'm Gohari Das. I'm serving that name. I'm a servant of that name. That's she's saying. I believe Gohari is coming through Gohari Das. That's something. I mean, I love when I see somebody says that she has faith in this preaching. I also have faith in it. How can I preach if I didn't have faith in this preaching? As amazing. But how could Prabhupada preach if he didn't have faith in his realization and understanding of the Vedas? See? Because you got to confront the whole world who doesn't believe, unbelievers, so many unbelievers out there. That's why they're in Maya. That's why those who believe here in these things, and not falsely. I mean, I'm here to convince you logically, clearly, intelligently that this is really special. And when your heart becomes convinced, even before you get convinced, the Lord gives you a taste. You remember, He gives you experience, He gives you dreams, oh yeah, Prabhupada came and gave me a sign, and all that. Encouraging all the way. And no way, no one will uh, be a loser on this here. You're a loser out there, man, but not here. And those who deep into this, you're winners, man. When you're convinced and clear and experienced in this, now you can start really helping others, and it becomes easy. Preaching becomes easy because of your conviction in the truth. The truth is amazing. It's like that. So, moving right along. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What are we going to do in this flow?
With my
We'll continue on, I think, if I have it here. Let's see. No, okay, Veda base. Let's see here. Let's go back to that 10th canto and continue on. That was so good. The best things I love with these stories, I love the devotees in their intimate relationships with with the Lord and how they interact, and or the intimate. I just love into. I always love intimate devotees because they present the real God to us because of that intimacy. It's transcendental. I always loved Paul's preaching because the essence is so ecstatic and so intimate. See? Those who are external devotees do not usually like the preaching of intimate devotees. They often criticize them. Like they say, oh, this is Pauline philosophy, Pauline, Pauline, like they say it's outside of Jesus. They just aren't awakened. See? So one is very fortunate to have faith in the rare devotees who bring in pure devotion in this world, because that's how you deliver it. Jesus said, those who believe in me, all their sins are forgiven. How do you know? You can chant in ecstasy. Look at all this, the previous karmas and everything is working itself out in us, but still we can chant in ecstasy and partake of the heavenly gift. Heavenly, the paradise gift of beyond heavens, beyond all of these material worlds. It's the gift. People come here, they'll get that in due course, either quickly or gradually. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. Not, no, none of these gurus. You just look at them. Who's given the gift of this ecstatic worship? Is it Charya Dev? Does he give you? He doesn't even know its value. Isn't that? It shows you it's not about how much you learned in school, how many degrees you have, is how much mercy the Lord has given you to know such important things. This is the essence. What we're teaching here is the essence of the truth. The essence of the truth is the devotee. They are the path, they are the inspiration, they are the truth, they are the life of ecstatic love. And you get that through that connection. You come right to the front of the line. They're still in the back of the line. Even though being the guru, isn't that amazing? I just, oh Lord, I could do it like Jesus. Oh Lord, it is right how you just present this truth to babes, you know, innocent persons who just stumble across this. And these other guys are in the back. They think they're so wise and they got all their followers and all that. But you guys are in the front of the line. You guys can partake of the eternal taste of chanting the holy name in ecstasy. They can't. They're too infatuated with being something. Ask Janaki. She knows about those guys. She had the gurus come to her house. She entertained them. They're always about being something or Prabhupada disciple. Well, I was initiated by Prabhupada. I'm something. No, no. You guys here are something in the eyes of the Lord. That's what's real value. Not being something in the eyes of man because, oh, that is so superficial. Anybody done with that out there being superficial? Mr. and Mrs. Superficial? Oh, he's a Prabhupada disciple. Oh, he was initiated so many years ago and he met Prabhupada. Like you're saying, this person is instantly advanced. You don't look at their spiritual qualities, you don't even know what they are. You come here, that's what you get. You know the
That's the
spiritual
problem.
qualities of a devotee, man. You learn what is a real devotee. You learn how to tell who is Uttamadikari, who is Majjamadikari, and all the little neophytes out there being neophyte little gurus and neophyte little followers. And in their own eyes, they're great amongst themselves in their little pond. See, but we live in the spiritual pond, which encompasses everything, all of the worlds, all of the universes. We're in Krishna's pond here, teaching Krishna's knowledge and understanding. Because why? Because of Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, prema bhakti, I give them these real understandings. The real knowledge beyond the PhDs and the great piano players of Vaishnavism. Fernando, okay. Let's see what Fernando has to say. Prabhupada's teachings, changing the things that there is need to change and making it available to all. That is quite difficult task, almost impossible. Prabhupada's books are taken by all as a reference that no one can touch. And touching them as you are, giving the next step without charging. Yeah, yeah, great. See, you recognize that there, Fernando. Fortunate. That means you're sincere. I always do in the beginning. He was so sincere, he dared to confront the guru here. I love that. Actually, I didn't like it at first because it got me purified. Ooh, how dare you to confront me? And doubt. It's okay. It's great. Thank you for the purification for that. Hey, I can learn. I'm not an old dog like these guys who can't learn new tricks. I'm a young dog. Woof. Puppy. I'm a puppy. Puppy love. That's what I got. I got puppy. Every day is a new. This puppy love. It stays puppy love. Never grows back. I like puppy love. It's a nice puppy love. That's what it's about. I didn't know how. Okay, thank you for that realization. Puppy love.
Oh.
Wonder the whole puppy. I love puppies. Those puppies went back to Guyana. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, back to the story. Huh? Uddhava, 46, chapter in Canto 10, chapter 46. Uddhava visits Vrindavan. Continuing on. Text number.
Be right back.
Text number 14. As soon as oh, wait a second. I'm too far. Text number 7. Sukadev Goswami said, "Thus addressed, O king, Uddhava respectfully accepted his master's message, mounted his chariot, and set off for Nandan Gokul." Hmm. The fortunate Uddhava reached Nandan Gokul, Nanda Maharaj's pastures, just as the sun was setting. And since the returning cows and other animals were raising dust with their hooves, his chariot passed unnoticed. Gokul resounded on all sides with sounds of bulls in rut, fighting one another for fertile cows, with the mooing of cows burdened by their udders, chasing after their cows with the noise of milk. Milking and the white calves jumping here and there with the loud reverberation of flute playing and with the singing of the all auspicious deeds of Krishna and Balaram by the cowherd men and women who made the village resplendent with their wonderful ornamented attire. The cowherds' homes in Gokul appeared most charming with their abundant paraphernalia for worship of the sacrificial fire, the sun unexpected guests, the cows and the Brahmins, the forefathers and the demigods. On all sides lay the flowering forest, echoing with flocks of birds. And the swarms of bees beautified by the lakes crowded with swans, and Gandhava ducks in bowers of lotuses. As soon as Uddhava arrived at Nandan Maharaj's home, Nanda came forward to meet him. The coward king embraced him in great happiness and worshipped him as none different from Lord Vasudeva. After Uddhava had eaten first class food, being seated comfortably on a bed and removed of his fatigue by a foot massage and other means, Nandan inquired from his fellows. Nanda Maharaj said, "My dear, most fortunate one, does a son the son of Surya fare well, now that he is free and rejoined his children and other relatives? Fortunately, because of his own sins, the sinful Kamsa has been killed, along with all his brothers. He always hated the saintly and righteous Yadus. Does Krishna remember us? Does he remember his mother and his friends and well wishers? Does he remember the cowherds and their village of Raj, of which he is the master? Does he remember the cows, Vrindavan Forest, and Govardhan Hill. Will Govinda ever return even once to see his family? If he ever does, we may then glance upon his beautiful face and its beautiful eyes, nose, and smile. We were saved from the forest fire, the wind and rain, the bull and serpent demons, from all such insurmountable deadly dangers by that very great soul, Krishna. As we remember the wonderful deeds of Krishna performed, his playful sidelong glances, his smiles, and his words. Oh, Uddhava, we forget all our material engagements. When we see the places where Mukunda enjoyed his sporting pastimes, the rivers, the hills, the forests he decorated with his feet, our minds totally absorbed in him. Our minds become totally absorbed in him. In my opinion, Krishna and Balaram must be two exalted demigods who have come to this planet to fulfill some great mission of the demigods. Such was foretold by Garga Rishi. After all, Krishna and Balaram killed Kamsa, who was as strong as 10,000 elephants, as well as the wrestlers Chanura and Mustika. And the elephant Kalyavatapida. They killed them all sportingly, as easily as a lion disposes of small animals. With the ease of a royal elephant breaking a stick, Krishna broke a powerful giant bow 3 talas long. He also held a mountain aloft for 7 days with just one hand. Here in Vrindavan, Krishna and Balaram easily destroyed demons like Pralamba and Denuka and Arista and Trinavarta and Baka, who had themselves defeated demigods and other demons. Shukadev Goswami said, thus intensely remembered Krishna. Again and again, Nanda Maharaj's mind, completely attached to the Lord, felt extreme anxiety and fell silent, overcome by the strength of his love. As Mother Yashoda heard the descriptions of her son's activity, she poured out her tears, and milk flowed from her breasts out of love. Uddhava then joyfully addressed Nanda Maharaj, having clearly seen the supreme loving attraction he and Yashoda felt for Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead. Sri Uddhava said, O respected Nanda, certainly you and Mother Yashoda are the most praiseworthy persons in the entire world, since you have developed such a loving attitude toward Lord Narayana, the spiritual master of all living beings. These two lords, Mukunda and Balaram, are each the seed and the womb of the universe, the creator and his creative potency. They enter the hearts of living beings and control their conditioned awareness. They are the primeval supreme. Anyone, or even a person in an impure state, who absorbs his mind in him for just a moment at the time of death, burns up all traces of sinful reactions and immediately attains the supreme transcendental destination in a pure spiritual form, as effulgent as the sun. You too have rendered exceptional loving service to him, Lord Narayan, the super soul of all and the cause of all existence.
Maharaj is frozen. Okay, we chant. Shama.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
I'm reading there.
Oh,
See?
there you are again.
You was
Yeah.
frozen for a little while, Maharaj.
Oh, I was. Okay.
Yeah, so we just chanted.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Having killed Kamsa, the enemy of the Yadus, in the wrestling arena, Krishna will now surely fulfill his promise to you by coming back. O most fortunate ones, do not lament. You will see Krishna again very soon. He is present in the hearts of all living beings, just as a fire lies dormant in wood. Going back here. See, for text number 17. Fortunately, because of his own sins, the sinful Kamsa has been killed, along with with all his brothers. He had always hated the saintly and righteous Yadus. So this is why, in a sense, nothing needs to be done, because people that live in karma, they get the reactions of their good karma or bad karma. See, it's really true. They're lifted up by their deeds, or brought down by their deeds. So the demons, they don't know this. They're in ignorance. They think, "Do as you wish, do as you wish" in this world, and they go, "Okay, we can kill people. We can lie and cheat and steal and all these things, and there's no problem because there's no real God." That Bhagavad Gita teaches. That's the nature of the demons, the mode of ignorance and passion. So they live like that, and they're drawn down into a darker and darker regions. That's why you see this. They talk about now. People, there's reptiles, reptilian species. They can be very highly elevated in technology, but still their consciousness is very low. They don't feel the unification, the unity, like at least the level of Brahman. That's why they want to close off human beings from connecting with that state of
Yeah.
unity, feeling themselves part of this. They're just very separatists. It's only about their family. Might is right. See, this is what's taking over the planet. See, but they're forced to do that by the modes of nature, the modes they're in. And the natural reaction is they are destroyed. As they destroy, they're destroyed in also. In the, by their deeds. They're subject to their deeds. So what we have to bring here is an opportunity for people that are on that wheel of karma, and that goes for the demigods. They can fight all this stuff, and at this time, it'll for a while it'll be a losing battle. Many will be martyred and killed and all of that stuff, and gotten rid of because it's who's stronger. That's what it comes down to. When the demons have leveraged technology now, so they're very strong. See, that's why they're taking over, New World Order and everything. But there are a lot of people, they don't want that. They want, they're fighting, they're protesting and all that stuff. So the battle is on. It's on now.
Mhm.
So yeah. So the mission here, because we have this higher knowledge, this higher understanding, deeper understanding of the absolute truth, it's an opportunity for freedom for anybody, for any side. If a demon comes here who has done these horrible acts and they can be exonerated, their sins will be forgiven very easily, very easily. And just because they came to the right place, they came to the right door to get out of that or vice versa, a demigod type person, a good person if they come here. But if a demon comes here and takes uh, heart, they really hear and they listen and they want exoneration, they'll be treated as in an exalted way by the Lord. They will be freed from all of that, and they will get the path of pure devotional service. They'll be better than big vegans or recyclers, and they may have very nice qualities. But the person's coming here that may have more demoniac qualities, even envies and jealousies and everything, just by the fact they come here and are surrendering here, the Lord sees their heart and sees what that He gives Himself to. He's done that for all of us. That's how powerful the mercy is here. It's very, very unusual and uncommon. And then you'll be better than a million of these vegans. So don't be fooled by qualities of persons. They got as much as deceit in them as anybody. They have that other side. So uh, better to accept those who are chosen by the transcendental Lord. See, we have a lot of those kind of persons here, but a lot of people are still fooled because you're battling your own belief and faith in heavenly things. Yeah, we're here to develop faith in transcendental qualities, regardless of what's floating around there. See, and the more we get through all of these challenges, the more you'll see that, and then you get really fixed on this path. Otherwise, there's danger. Some yeah. So you just gotta. I mean, I've been learning this lesson also, because there's a lot of nice people who have good qualities and all that. But hey, man, I'm looking for people who have faith. Now the Lord's showing me, oh, whoever has faith in this preaching in the name of Krishna, in the name of Lord Caitanya, and follows this path, oh man, they're the ones I want to be friends with them. You know? Not with people who say, well, it's not my path, and I don't. Oh, really? Well, okay, go find with you. Go find your own path, man. Go out there and see how those angels save you. You know, I'm telling you, man, it comes down to that. That's the test. Can you tell what is transcendental from isn't this teaching the highest truth distinguished from illusion? Well, what is illusion? Faith in qualities of the demigods. That's actually offense to chanting the holy name. No, faith and transcendental qualities, even if they're in a sudra, a low class person, whoever has got the good fortune to chant the holy name in ecstatic love. There you go. That's good association, even though it'll trigger your false ego. It doesn't matter. And even if you can't do it, at least admitting it. Don't fault me for telling you the truth. Well, you can do that too if you want. Fight it all you want, but this is the truth. And humility is you admit, wow, look at this. I really am, look at this. I still have this. even though I'm so ecstatic and everything. I see it, man. And ecstatic devotees here, they're all, oh, ooh, that's offensive. Oh, really? That's your purify. You get purified, man. It's your faith in being good. Like I saw something at Johan, it's like, oh, this is offensive. Oh, you should do the do path. That's what it is for me. It's do, and that's your purification there, Johan. You see what I'm saying here. It's in due course.
I
Just
said that
keep.
myself, Maharaj. Sorry, Maharaj.
No, go ahead. Go
What
ahead.
after all of this, going through this, all of this with this in this path, these things are still coming up, and I have these things still, and they're still coming on. And they cause disturbances. I'm there saying to Krishna, Krishna, I've been here, and they're still coming up, and it's like they haven't. Yeah, obviously you don't have to.
They're coming up
Like
in all of them. They're coming
yeah,
up in
yeah,
Lalita. They're coming up in
yeah,
Johan.
yeah. In all
You
of
know?
this, it's a
Yeah.
collective clearing,
Yeah.
in the sangha.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
like Krishna is doing it for us now. He's got hold of us, and he's
Yeah.
kind of getting us through this. And he's going, yeah, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And
Yeah.
if the false ego is going, no, you can't, no, you can't, no, you can't. The false ego is fighting that, and it's
Yeah.
like that. And I think is it true that it feels like we're being forced? It feels like we're being forced to do this, and but it feels like the false ego is forced. The real self is going along nicely,
Well,
with the
what it is just coming in contact with the resistance. That's all.
yeah,
The,
yeah,
automatically, this is the transform. This is like an alchemy, a transformation that happens because the Lord has given Himself. He's given you His pure ecstatic love, and so it's fighting. It comes into the resistance, and gradually it overcomes it. This happening to all the ecstatic devotees here who got the gift. It's a gift. The Lord ain't waiting for you. This is how He gets you perfect quickly in this
yeah,
life. And these
yeah,
are guys, they won't accept it. These neophyte gurus and their followers, they won't accept the quick trip. They want the many lifetime things. See, this is the quick trip. You come here, whoever develops faith in this preaching, and not blindly, because you can't be, because as soon as if you blindly accept this, the false ego comes in and boom, you're out of here.
yeah, yeah,
You know, it's step by step, and the Lord enters in, and you see how it's causing this friction between the old self and the new,
yeah.
and because Christian, all you do is just continue cultivating this, and it'll overcome that. You'll gradually see. Oh, I see. Okay, you let go of that. Let go of that. Let go of that.
So it's a stubbornness of the false ego,
Oh
that
yeah, of
stubbornness
course.
that resists the mercy.
That's that the donkey demon.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
It's so auspicious to be here with you and all the devotees in this Sangha. It's so auspicious. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
For me. Yeah. I'm so grateful, Gurudev.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it looks
Me
like the
too.
cat's
Me
popping
too.
today. What does Amy say? She always has something interesting to say. Let's see, what is she saying here? Oops. Karuna says, kick Johan out. Oh.
No, no, no.
No, no,
No.
no.
Oh.
You heard the machine, he goes, confirmed.
No, no.
Uh,
Maharaj, maybe get just clear about, some of the stuff that's been going off with us devotees, myself, Karuna, just to get clear that seeing it and going through it, and seeing the workings of that demon,
Yeah.
and like naming them, like you said, the bitch demon and this
Yeah. Yeah.
this demon,
Bitch
naming
demon.
the bitch, and there's others, and it's since you've said it clearer, since
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been clear, I've understood how you say
Yeah.
name them, and put this, and that you have some like a communication
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
them,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and the power is going smaller and smaller right now, because Karuna said it to me yesterday, because we're near the heat, it's getting hot,
Yeah.
we're in the kitchen, we're in the pan
Yeah.
with the Lord, and these things are going to come up, and it's bringing, because it's deeper now, it's bringing that resistance like you're talking
Yes.
about.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was saying to me, oh my God, I've got this resistance, it's like they haven't gone at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like that, but the power I give them is going.
Could you imagine doing this without a spiritual master?
Oh my
That's
God, I'd be crazy and locked up.
this is why these devotees, all of them, all of those good Narayana, they all Radhakun Bhabi, they all can't do it. And that's why they poo-poo it. Oh, this is nothing you're doing, because they can't do this. You have to be empowered by special empowerment. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
Prabhupada, there's a reason Prabhupada came here. It's a reason why Krishna blessed this the work. Because without their authority and blessing, no way could this door be opened so easily. This
Mm.
is why this preaching will be remembered, because it's very rare. Just like Jesus preaching, remembered 2,000 years later, right? Well, this is like that. He was just a carpenter, right? And
yeah.
Gohar is just the guy with the yellow shirt.
Oh, I love the guy with the yellow shirt.
You remember
I don't know why the Lord chose a fool, an idiot like Gohari Das to do this
Oh,
work.
go
I
Dave. Come on.
always like, why me, Lord? Why? Because you're a fool and you admit it. That's all. I could use a
Maharaj?
guy like that. Everybody else wants to be something. Everybody wants to do to dress for success or something. But you're an idiot and you admit it.
Oh, go Dave.
Beautiful.
Amy Rose
Maharaj.
says, I feel like
Oh,
right from the start, I believed your words to be truth.
mm,
I'm not
mm,
a blind believer, and I'm not even a believer of anything for that matter. But I felt the power of your words instantly and
yeah,
took them as the
yeah.
truth, like an arrow piercing my heart. No wonder she put this
Wow.
shirt.
Wow. Wow.
Amy, there's nobody like you. You're quite
Unique,
uncommon.
unique, definitely unique. Yeah.
Out of nowhere. It shows you this preaching is for anybody. She would not, she probably has devotees as friends now, but when she came, she had not even, I don't think one devotee, not one Krishna devotee on her page, on her friends list. Not even one. And not much with anything. But Krishna chooses who he chooses. He knows. Yeah. It's like he chose Matthew, a tax collector, and Peter, a fisherman. All these nobodies, and made them saints. Okay? So anyway, we're kind of the first fruits. No, we are the first fruits. And we'll see. This is an expanding, spontaneous mission. It's great, man. You never know. Every day is fresh and new. It's like a new. It's like every day is a play. You got one act. This is Act One, Act Two, Act Three, Act Four, and it just goes on. Spontaneously, you just come here and chant Hare Krishna. It all happens. Okay, where are we at here? Uh, so does Krishna so uh, does Krishna remember us? Does he remember his mother and his friends and well wishers? There's a great story in Brihad Bhagavatamrita. I love that book. I wish I had a hard copy of that. Yeah, the great story. related to this. Does he remember us? Not the same. Does he remember us? And they're doing. What are they doing in Vrindavan? They're remembering Krishna and ecstasy, going around like mad people. They're actually their ecstasy increased in the separation. When Krishna left, it enhanced it more because they became more, like thinking
Mhm.
about him. It increased their ecstasy. And so anyway, one day Balaram, because the Uddhava was saying, Krishna, he came back after this trip. Comes back to Vrindavan and says, Krishna, your devotees are dying in want of you. See, they're even though they're dying like that, but they're actually living. See, their dying is
Wow.
living. This is the truth. This is people don't know die to live, and that's they've got to die to live. In other words, you got to renounce and you got to do sannyas, die to live, die to live. They don't know that dying of the residents of Vrindavan is the living. They're living in the dying. See, they got the life in the dying. Their life is in the separation, and it was even enhanced. I'm telling you, this is the gift we carry here, man. There ain't nothing like it. Nobody is really. I tell you, there'd be 1,000 Acharya days who couldn't understand what I'm just telling you. Actually, he translated this. So thank you for your service too, there, Acharya Dave, because I love he did a great job translating this. You know, and so that's wonderful. But still, he doesn't. I know he doesn't understand these things. See, so they're dying for Krishna. They're living in that dying. See, this is you transcend material duality into spiritual duality. People think the Mayavadis think just to go into the oneness. When you become enlightened, you transcend duality. They're not. They're just thinking it's all material duality. They don't know spiritual duality because that happens when your relationship with the absolute truth in its highest platform is what Lord Chaitanya's mercy is giving here. Even before you're qualified, people don't know the mercy of Lord Chaitanya to do this. They don't understand it. Narayan Raj did not understand it. Otherwise, he would have preached it. Wasn't given to him. What was given was given. He was very inspired to preach. I mean, they did great. I used to go to this thing. There's some good, a lot of good to that. It's good. It's good. It's good, but not good enough, man. My Lord is just deep. Deep mercy, deep truth tells you what he really likes. That's like poop. That's nothing. Just that's just doing good. No, no. He wants perfection. Perfection is his mercy upon this world coming through a disciplic line, a real one. Forgot my point. What was my point? I was leading up to something. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I got it.
Gonna come back. It's all
I
right.
got it. I got it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. The dying of the residents of Radhav is actually living. See the separation. That's because they're purified, man. They got the highest revelation of the Lord. And so anyway, in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Uddhava comes back and says, Krishna, they're dying for you. Big drama, big drama. And Balaram is there. He says, Yes, I know. I told Krishna. I told him, but he's a hypocrite, man. He's a hypocrite. I told him the residents wanted, because he also went to, they're dying for you, and they want you, and you promised you'd come, and even Uddhava promised that he'd come, but you're not coming, Krishna. And Krishna says, Yes, I know. I'm such a hypocrite. When you tell me this, I just look over the Vrindavan and I remember the Vrajavasis and I cry in ecstasy. And Balaram says, You see, he's a hypocrite. He says he's going. He says I'm going right now. He's just looking over there, but he's not going. He's a hypocrite. Yes, he says, yes, I just look over there. That's all I do. I can't, I just don't ever go. Big drama, you know. He is going. He just looks over there and he's going. The Lord by his glance. And they're feeling it because this is reciprocal. This is what you get here, man. This is the kind of relate. This is called the new Vrindavan, man. It's like that. You think of Krishna, he's thinking of you. Can you feel it? He feels it. He's happy. You're happy. Perfection, fireworks. It's springtime. We're getting married again and again. The fairy tale that never ends. Never ending love, ever fresh flowers. Offered to Krishna, he offers to you. You offer to Krishna, he offers to you. Why me? I don't know why that he wants to do this here, through a guy like that's a nobody. But I ain't gonna ask any questions. I'm just gonna go for it, man. Follow the order of Prabhupada. I'm privileged. It's great to serve Krishna, but it's even better to serve the order of a Vaishnava. Prabhupada gave me the danda. He stuck it in my face. You do more of that. I grabbed his finger. Okay. Now, wouldn't you like to be done? You can do many things. They're done. This is so much better. They're done. They can't bend it. Look at this. They can do a lot of stuff, but this done. Their done is so straight, like a can't inflexible. This done is very flexible. It can point, and curve around. You can do a curve ball. Sometimes we do a curve truth, man. Curve it around, to get in, because they think it's he's coming. So we send a curve ball, comes in, and it goes
Great game.
Watch out for the curve that does, man. We'll curve in the truth. No, block it, and we curve around the block.
Brilliant.
Watch out for this danda, man. Tricky one.
It's true.
See, I do tell jokes, and people laugh. See there, Kamala Kanta. I do tell a joke here and there. Sometimes
don't
they're
get
private
it.
jokes.
He doesn't get them.
He's too infatuated with that other level of prasad. But he keeps watching the videos. That's amazing. That's good. Mayavadi is here today. Oh, that's great, man. Don't listen. If anybody gives you a hard time, you come over here. You just, I'll give you protection. Don't listen to them. Don't let them give you a hard time.
No. Excuse me.
Does Krishna remember? Does he remember his father and his friends and well-wishers? Yeah, of course. It's his greatest happiness. Even Krishna worships in separation. It intensifies his ecstasy. Because Krishna, the Mahamaya, Yoga Maya creates this transcendental illusion that the Vrajavasis are over there and he's over here, But that's how you can exchange the friendships and mellows. Isn't it nice to be friends? The Mayavai said, we're all one, we're all one, we're all one. But where's the relationship in that? If we're all one, then isn't it nice to have friends? You go out to lunch, and you go out and hang out, go to a movie together, and you talk to your friend and say, see, the devotees too. We not only do we have God, we have each other, man. Remember our puppy piles? We had a lot of fun, man. You know, pissed off a lot of the Vaidhi Bhaktas. Oh, food fetish.
Maharaj,
I'm,
I didn't understand what you was doing. I just followed your order, Maharaj. I didn't. And anyway, well, you was doing the puppy pile, so we were doing the puppy pile. I didn't understand really
that must have
until
been Krishna's order.
much later. Yeah,
Totally.
must have been Maharaj.
It was spontaneous.
It must have been, yeah, because it was so spontaneous and it kind of worked for us.
Yeah, it did work. It was one.
Yeah.
It made Karuna a devotee. He liked it. Well, he was afraid of him at first. At first, it sparked great fear in him.
It certainly busted some of my conditioning. Those puppy piles. It was great.
So, union and separation and oneness and distinction, it's all divine contradictions, isn't it? Well, it's not really contradiction when you understand it from the deepest revelation. It's only to them it seems contradiction because they don't know the Bhagavan realization. Within this, if you take it like circles, Bhagavan realization. Okay, well, let's say Brahman realization is first stage of realization. You realize that much that God is one. There's only oneness. We're all one. That type of thing. That's Brahman. But they don't understand that there's another circle outside of that, which is Paramatma realization, where it is God is in you. It's a special thing. Hey, and it's God is awakened in you, but not necessarily in others. See, and so and you start to feel this God's presence. So it's more condensed, more intense, more of an ecstatic feeling actually. And then there's another circle, Bhagavan. This is as far as this is full, complete realization. So there's Brahman, Paramatma in the heart. God is in my heart. See, you may the symptoms of Paramatma. You may feel God in your heart, and there might be some tears, a few tears here and there. Right? And then Bhagavan realization. Oh man, more tears, more symptoms of ecstatic love, more condension, more tasty, more juicy, more realizations, and all this stuff. See, Bhagavan. See, so that's where you see, oh wow, there now you're active with God. Now it's not just God is in your heart in kind of neutral position, but this is active. You're sporting with the Lord. Even here, people may not see it like when Krishna left Vrindavan. It's like that. You're just by mantra, by thinking about the Lord, you're having the experience of the residents of Vrindavan. See, and you're in relationship. I never teach you I'm God. No, Krishna's God. I like it like that. It's better. I can taste the Lord's presence. I can taste His qualities, His transcendental qualities. I love that. I love that. The qualities in His name and His past and His these are very relishable. This is the deepest revelation of the absolute truth. You know? And this is what's given. We carry the gift of Lord Caitanya to realize Vrindavan very easily. Even before your crust is uncrusted, You say, don't worry about that. I just go in there, work from the inside, go Hari's from the outside, and all will be well very quickly. Who is the spiritual master? The little big brother, the little more mature devotee. He's the external manifestation of super soul. How is that so? Oh, go hard. Your external manifestation, super soul. Oh, what is it? I mean, logically, what is the external manifestation of super soul? Well, who is the super soul? He's very true. He's in full knowledge, right? Clear knowledge. He knows things as they are. Well, you got to think. Is Gohari like that? Does he know things as they are? A little bit more or a lot more than others? Oh, what else? The qualities of super soul. Oh, super soul is ecstatic, man. Rage, ecstasy, in ecstasy. See the super soul, tears, raging ecstasy. You're totally self-sufficient and blissfully happy. Okay? Well, is Gohari like that or not? Yes or no?
Yeah.
No doubt in this. No doubt.
It's a logical thing. I'm just saying, don't blindly believe Gohari Das is the external manifestation of Super Soul, because that's what the real guru is. Hey, man, if you guys can't, lay claim on that kind of where people can see it, then why don't step aside? Let us deliver you and others. We're ready. We're ready, man. Just waiting on you, Vaides out, waiting on you, Iskon, waiting on you, Gaudiya Smiti. We're here to deliver you. Who? Krishna, the real Krishna. The Bhagavan realization that you don't believe in. Well, you come here, I'll convince you, man, because you're the Maya that you're steeped in, the speculations. You just give it a chance. It can't stand before. I'll convince you, like I convinced Fernando. Fernando, that's no. Wait a second. No. I was told and taught and no, then this. And, it was very easy with him. Went very fast. Charya Dave, I want a challenge. I want a real challenge. Charya Dave and then Radhanath. I want to come on, do the 30-day challenge. Come here with a little bit of open mind. You guys give them the message. Anybody out there, any disciples, tell them Gohari Das is giving invite. Just to discuss Krishna consciousness. I'll put you up here. We'll have a nice discussion. Because I tell you, Charya Dave tells nice jokes. He really does. He's very funny. And he's, kind of liberal guy. I kind of like that. I think we could have nice discussions here. So, like, come here, let us discuss. Let's see what happens in 30 days. Don't you think it's not a good idea? Maybe somebody
Yep.
would take us up on this.
Yep.
And the same thing with all these great personalities in the world. So many of these great Trump. We should have a discussion. Klaus Schwab, why not? I think my lord's he's their master anyway. Why not? Let's have a discussion about the new world order. I'd like to talk about that a little bit. What is the best new world order we can come up with? That's a win-win for everybody, not a win-lose. That all us become, if we're lucky, serfs. If we're lucky, if not, get rid of them. It's an extermination thing going on now, in all ways. In your water, I showed that thing. They got this electrolyte thing, electrolysis thing. You stick it in a glass of water, and purified water, and the other, and the water both look clean at first, and then this electric thing causes the water that's the tap water to show you what's in there. Karuna didn't like this. But I mean, it shows you that. It just shows you, like, see, there, the stuff was so dark you wouldn't believe. You would no way would you drink that stuff. It was black, brownish black, and that goes in your body. So they do that, and the fluoride, and the chemtrails, and all the crap they put in the foods, and we can't say that word, and all the fears and all that stuff. Yeah. So that's going on. I mean, it's a reality. It's we're part of this is a collective thing. We're in it, but this is also going on. So this is a great opportunity. Trump is as thick-headed as they come. He is pretty thick-headed, man. He would be a tough nut to crack. He is practically the embodiment of self-serving, ego-driven. Yeah, he does, but he gets things done. Anyway, that's all part. See, that's all part of the Maya. The two wings on the same bird. There nobody can see the right versus the left is all bullshit. It's a controlled thing, demolition. The people for what's going on there in the Maya, it's you take one side or the other, and but both are working together, and that's why you can't overcome it that way. You have to overcome it by becoming conscious of how the Lord is working through it, and take sides over here. See, taking sides in the Maya it just keeps you in the Maya. You got to take Krishna's side. Just like you see, remember Arjuna and the Pandavas? They took Krishna's side. Krishna's different. See? Even though he was fighting, they still took Krishna's side. What is Krishna's will in the matter? So we're taking Lord Chaitanya's side. Okay? Those teachings, that understanding, okay? Which is actually good for both sides. Can you imagine having information and teachings good for both sides? They only have teachings that are good for whatever side you take, and because it's still an illusion, it's not very good or good at all. It just perpetuates the illusion, both that fighting. This dismantles the whole thing. The truth will set you free. This is what Jesus is talking about. This truth, not the truth. Oh, the demons are bad, and the and the bad people think no, the good people are bad. They won't admit that they're bad because and inside the good people have the bad nature too inside, and they're just repressing it. That's why you see that's got to come out here. You ecstatic devotees, all that badness has to come out of you. You know, you have to see in there that it's an obstacle. You got to at least look at it, identify it, name it. You get this shit out of you, man, ultimately. Did you see those white fibers they're pulling out of the body? Yeah, there's all this crapola, man. Just so either either you get into that shit or you come into this pure stuff. You think it's just white fibers? Oh, you're pulling out all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Anyway, it's just what are you going to do? It's horrendous. And see these. One thing I was learning from how they were doing. See, you can't understand this stuff, the extent of it. I mean, if you're interested, so directly because they keep it hidden, but they have to tell you. They have a rule. They got to tell you, and it's in the movies. It's in the TV shows. And so that's how I really, identify a lot of this stuff. They're showing these things about portals and how they're trying to bring through these entities, the demon things, the lower things. They need to come through somehow. They built this CERN thing to exclusively for that, to bring these things in. Um, so anyway, a lot of weird shit going on. That's all it is. It's just weird shit. And see, it's a vibrational thing. That's why they keep pumping the fear. They like these people letting you know about all this stuff. It
Yeah.
puts you in fear. They want you to. It's called controlled
Confusion.
opposition. They want these guys like David Icke and all that stuff to tell them what's coming after them. They want it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. The demons would anybody they don't want. They get rid of. They have all the technology and power. They have all the armies. Again, what are you going to do, man? You're only there if they allow you to be there. They want that. What's that guy's name?
Slurs.
There's so many of them. These influencers. They want them. They want them to tell you what they're going to do
Clown.
to you. See,
Yeah.
and put you in fear because they get that vibration. They kind of suck it. I learned this from the TV show. They suck that vibration off, that energy, and they live on that fear. That's why they do the adrenochrome thing. The demons, they kill people. Even the beings. They got this lizard mentality. When they shape change, they put you in fear before they eat you. They drink your blood. They like the fear in there. They look at you and you get terrified and gives them a rush. And I'm only mentioning this get this to show you where you're at. If you're going, is it going to happen to me? Well, if you still think you're in the body, well, you're gonna. It's good. You know where you're at. You become fearless. That's why the children, this thing has always been going on. They put them in fear and torture and all. That's just the way it is, man. It's just very demoniac.
Horrible.
You see, and people are serving that. Even you don't know. You're even as a good person fighting this. You're still serving it by informing people what they're doing and putting them in fear. You can don't have the power to get over this. This is the only really way. You gotta transcend this, which I also learned in the Johnny Depp movie. Johnny Depp in that thing where they were the computer, could do all these amazing things, and they were ready. The people came after them, and then his wife said, How are we gonna fight? How are we gonna fight these people?" And the computer says, "We're going to transcend it," and that's really the ultimate way. You have to transcend this, and this is how you do it. Come here, hear the truth, man. What's going on? Anybody can come. See, this is true. I mean, we go ahead. What?
So Karuna is saying when you were talking about what the demons are doing, he's saying that it's magic in plain sight. Why does he say that, Maharaj? It's magic in plain. It's magic in plain sight. When you were talking about the demons doing all of these things.
Oh yeah, well the thing is the magic of God is basically everyone is illusioned under the modes of nature. They don't see everything as clearly as they can. This is special gift here. If people come here, you get the deepest of all knowledge, which will give you eternal life. You'll see that. Oh yeah, here engage in pure devotional service. This is the ultimate destination, and it's here. And then you taste this nectar even here of engaging in this devotional service, and it's an all-in-one solution. Whatever karmas and stuff you've accumulated, it just burns it off. See, and gradually you just more and more we just engage in pure devotional service and are happy forever. I mean, even at my stage, I feel like there's probably so much more to go. But God, man, I feel really free. I know the path. I know. I mean, it's so wonderful to know where I'm going and where I'm really from. To know who I am, my God, just at that, and I just, that's it, man. I just firmly fixed on. Piece of cake, And Maya's happy like that. Oh wow, you understand what I understand. She understands all this. She's just doing this thankless task of keeping the living entity in illusion till they find this kind of path. This is why Jesus said, "Go through the narrow gate." The narrow gate is the realized soul who's established in their eternal relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You know, so we've got that. We've got the Parampara. We got Prabhupada's books, got the Goswami books, got realizations, got at the ecstatic love. Many of us are steady in this. See? So Maya cannot stand against this. And she doesn't want, she wants to. Whoa, yeah, save the world. Why not, man? She's a devotee, She's only doing this until people get the right understanding. And right understanding only comes from the chosen vessels for the Lord's transcendental teaching here in this world. I'm here to teach Lord Chaitanya's teachings. The what he taught 550 years ago, it's time to teach that. And that understanding will get you out of this forever. Even here, you'll feel it, man. You just, oh, this is it. Yeah, yeah. Well, River, that kind of chanting you're doing, that's what they do in the spiritual world. They just think about Krishna and however they do it, and they just always glorifying God's grace and all of this stuff with thousands of mouths. They just want to that's their life, man. Narada's got the perpetual vina, always singing songs, never stops. Look at me every day, more to say about and glorify the Lord. I mean, I'm amazed myself, chanting the names ever fresh, more and more every day. Karuna says they have, maybe they have Canto 13. No way. They don't have, this is beyond their 33 degrees. You guys, if you want knowledge, you come here. We'll give you real knowledge, man.
So Maharaj, it seems like Kuna is saying everything is perfect. They say that in New Age. Everything that's happening right now with the horrific things that the demons are doing, oh, it's all okay. It's all perfect because the children, it's their karma. That's why they're being abused, etc. It's all their karma. So everything's just going off. This is just what's happening. So the demons are doing what they're doing. So we go to Krishna. The disturbances that we're receiving, we go to Krishna. So it's all okay. The plan's all okay.
Well, see, the thing is, we've fallen into this illusion. It's like literally fallen angels, fallen into this illusion. And this is just what it does. And it's cyclic. And it can be very terrible. See, so we're fallen into this time, into this age of Kali. See, and so the question should be, okay, how do I get this out of this suffering? See, what can be done for this, for myself? Why? What is life all about, and all that stuff? Because this is the way out. This is the only kind of way out. The way out is the way of devotion, awakening, so that you can get understand real knowledge. Everybody's bewildered. Even these Mayavadis often bewildered by speculation. They think knowledge is higher than bhakti, and it's the reverse. Everything is reversed in this world. Even on that level, they speculate. Oh yeah, knowledge is higher than devotion. A lot of people think that. A lot of these big teachers think that. Devotion just leads to knowledge. See, it's reversed. No, knowledge comes from devotion, awakening. This is the whole point. This is why people are trying to learn knowledge to overcome illusions and everything, even in Vaishnavism, because they don't really believe in devotion, even though they claim to be devotees. We're the test for that. Hey, man, this knowledge that I got and others got here is because of bhakti, because of devotion, not vice versa. And if people don't accept that, that means they're accepting speculations as better than this, because the devotion to me is the most important. And knowledge is like burping, and that just comes naturally. You notice I come here to chant first and foremost, so devotion awakens, and then we got something to talk about. Because that purifies the heart. That gives revelation and realization. That gives connection with Krishna. That draws Krishna. That draws that knowledge automatically. Krishna is the supreme absolute truth, the knowledge. And he's very attracted to devotion, devotees who have devotion. He comes and then we get the knowledge automatically. Oops. What happened here? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay. Why don't we take a little break? Yeah, take a little break. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Oh,
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna,
Shama,
Gopati. Jai Haribol.
Haribo.
Are we going?
They're going.